Hello my invisible friend and welcome to my channel, and yes, as you can notice, this is an English video, but please don't worry, don't be afraid, you will have subtitles, so this is mostly like a bilingual video. People who speak in English, people who speak in Spanish, but most important is let you know that I'm making this video because it's like a special occasion. I just want to make a top 10 of Latin American movies. So I was thinking about this video for a while. I just decided to make it. I want to try to go through Latin America and try to choose some of the best movies that I have watched, or what movies I like it. If you are new around, please come in and feel more than comfortable. There is some drinks on the fridge. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you want, you can also follow me in Instagram. I don't have anything to say. Let's start with the top 10 of Latin American movies. I Am No Longer Here is a Mexican movie directed by Fernando Frias in 2019, and is the history of Ulises, a young string gang that spend their days just dancing cumbia and going to the parties.
Come on Barbie, let's go party.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life is plastic.
After a mix-up with a local cartel, he is forced to migrate to US but quickly learns to return home. Ulises is a representation of how hard it could be for someone who is forced to leave families and friends and move to an unexpected country where, besides you don't have any friends, you also have to face a new language.
Them down later. Pursue about.
Unfortunately for Ulises, he couldn't adapt to his new situation. His stubborn personality doesn't fit in the huge new world that he has in front. So after a frustrated journey, he will pay the consequence of his behavior. As an immigrant who came to US without knowing the language, I can totally understand his frustration, even though my invitation is to go and break those walls that are stopping you from growing up. Voces Inocentes, or Innocent Voices, is directed by Luis Mandoki and written by the Salvadoreño Oscar Torres and produced by Lawrence Bender, the same producer that most of the Tarantino's movies. This movie is the history of Chava, a character inspired by Torres' life. He is a young boy in an effort to have a normal life in the 70s of the El Salvador. By the moment in that country there was a cruel civil war that forced thousands of kids to be part of guerrillas and left more than 7,000 people murdered by armies group. Most of these people were just civilians. Chavas is caught up in a dramatic fight for his life as he desperately tried to avoid the war which is raging all around him. This is the kind of movie that was made in memory of those who never can really taste freedom, for those born and raised on the dictatorship, deprived of the desire to dream a better life. As a Venezuelan person, my country that has been under the Chavista regime for more than 20 years, I can see in this movie a sad and real representation of so many Latin American countries where, depending on your economical position, skin color, your ideology, or how forgettable is your town, you might or might not have the chance for a better life. It is what it is. Mono is a Colombian movie from 2019, directed by Alejandro Banden, and it's located on an isolated mountain in Colombia. The Monos, a group of teenage guerrilleros, perform as a military group for the Colombia guerrilla. Their mission is to watch over a prisoner of war referred to her only as the name of Doctora. And the actress name is Julianne Nicholson, the same actress that participated in a show called Mary of the East Town. It's a show with Kate Winslet that people can watch in HBO Max. Within this movie, we are going to experiment with them how humans adapt themselves in a wildlife. We are going to see savage teenager who doesn't know about Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. They were raised as a killing machines and they haven't had a real representation of society. So a life under the woods and the war make them only monkeys. You know, like the name of the movie.
I am the one, the way you turn them.
One day everything gets out of control with the doctora, and they are going to show themselves as they were raised. Now is the chance for my country, Venezuela.
We, Venezuelan people, love you.
But Here is a movie directed by Mariana Rondon in 2013. I already talked about this movie in my top 10 Venezuelan movies. It's a Spanish video, so if you also speak Spanish, you are more than welcome to watch it. The link is right here. And let's take a bunch of this little break, and please give me a like to this video, subscribe to the channel, it's for free, and also share this video in your social media, why not, if you want. Let's continue. In this movie we are going to see the life of Junior, a kid whose only dream is to take the school picture dressed as a singer. But before, he's looking for the way to iron his hair because he doesn't like it, because he has pelo de cucurucho, or in English, just bad hair. The thing is that her mom doesn't like this attitude from Junior. She rejects how his son expresses himself and constantly just harass him, being intolerant and homophobic against his own son. At the same time, Junior is just an innocent kid who doesn't understand why his mom hates him so much. In his journal, he will live under her rules just for the love that he has for her. Really sensitive, an emotional movie, my favorite Venezuelan movie for sure. City of God, or in the original title, Cidade de Deus, is a Brazilian movie from 2002, directed by Fernando Moirelis and Katia Land, and is the history of the life in a Brazilian slum, narrated from the perspective of Buscapé, a young normal guy who is in his journal for a better life, despite an environment full of drugs, guns, and violence. This movie is going to show us the circle of life, and also it's gonna teach us something that I already heard before in another movie. There is not such a thing as a bad plants or bad men, just bad cultivators. A couple interesting facts about this movie is that the movie got 4 nominations in the Oscar, like Best Director, Best Adapted Script, Best Photography, and Best Edition. Another interesting fact about this movie is that they made a documentary 10 years later to explore the life of the actors and actresses that participate in the movie, and we can see there how the life of them is not that far from what the movie were trying to tell us about the life in Brazil.
Tem uma coisa pra falar, né? Já fiz o filme Cidade de Deus.
Retablo from 2017 is a movie directed by Álvaro Delgado Aparicio, and to be honest, I was really surprised by how good this movie was. We are going to see the journal of Segundo, a young guy who is confused about a whole situation related to a secret of his father. Let me tell you first that a retablo is a folkloric sculpture that represent, in a religious way, I think so, little sculptures of members of a community or a specific family. Segundo's dad is the best retablos maker in the whole community. People respect and admire him for his job. Until one day, they will show their real intolerant face, and the life of them will turn into a fucking hell. A retablo then is the metaphor of the real face of some society. Something interesting about this movie is that the whole film was made in Quechua, an old language were spoken by Asian indigenous communities. You can watch this movie with subtitles in English for free in Tubi.com. Just a suggestion. Even the Rain is a movie from 2010 directed by Isiar Boyain and located in Cochabamba, Bolivia. Let's say it's a movie inside a movie. a cinematography crew from Spain, is in the city of Cochabamba filming a movie about Cristobal Colon. But while the production is running, some of the locals actors get involved in a protest because the authorities want to leave the community without water.
What?
So we are going to see the contradiction of the crew who are going to face a real social problem while they are trying to make a movie about the injustice life by indigenous in the past. So in the end, they are going to see not that much has changed in this world.
Parece que una persona que gana $2 al día no puede soportar un incremento en el precio del agua del 300%.
Eso es lo que me han dicho a mí, que ustedes les pagan a los extras.
Different of all these historic movies that we are tired to watch as a Latin American, this movie is going to bring us a different perspective. They are going to play with the historic topic in a different way. There is the movie that you can watch on Netflix. El Ángel, directed by Luis Ortega and produced by El Deseo, the Pedro Almodóvar's producer company, and it's an Argentina movie from 2018, and it's about one of the most dangerous criminals from the 17th in that country. His real name is Carlos Robledo Puch, and was a guy who, even coming from a good family, nothing stopped him and his desire of becoming a big criminal. The social media at the moment call him El Ángel due to how he looks. A blonde, white, pretty guy with a shiny smile. Person that you will never suspect was willing to murder and rapes just for fun. Like all those movies in the US about serial criminals, El Ángel is going to show a soft version of the life of Carlos Puch, giving you an idea of what kind of motivation he has. Currently, this criminal is still in an Argentinian jail, all sick and planning to die as a free man. Good colors, direction, and music that also will give you a taste of Argentina in the 70s.
¿Qué te pasa? ¿Qué te pasa? El extraño del pelo largo.
We are really down in Latin America, and now we are in Chile. The Mole Agent, directed by Maite Alberdi from Chile, is maybe the newest movie in this list, and it was also nominated as a Best Documentary in the Academy Awards. This film is going to narrate the journey of Sergio Chami, a mole agent who was hired to infiltrate in a retirement home where there are suspects that people are being abused. This is a really cute, sentimental, and particular documentary. Even when Sergio is playing himself, there will be a little play between fiction and real footage of the retirement house.
Informe de hoy, miércoles 29.
Where we are going to meet some of the elders, old people.
Pero no es tan viejo, es viudo, dice
Sergio.
How they spend the rest of their life there, living in the retirement house. When I watched this documentary, I was really touched by the history of these people and how some of them have to face a life with a lonely end. If you want to cry as I did, I really suggest to watch this documentary. I also recommend you go right now and tell your grandma and your grandpa that you love them. This movie is in Hulu in case that you wanna watch. The Pope's Toilet is an Uruguay movie, directed by Cesar Charlon in 2007 and is the history of a small town in Uruguay.
Look at this country. You are gay.
After the news that the Pope is going to visit them, this announcement is seen by the locals as a great opportunity to make business. The whole town is going to lose their head thinking about how they could take advantage of such a huge event for the town. While the time is running and the people get ready, we are going to watch the journal of Beto, a man tired of his economics problem who is going to do everything to make his dreams real. The dream of buying a motorcycle. This movie has the same structure of Waiting for Godot, But I am not gonna tell you anything else because the movie is in tubi.com in case that you want to check out.
Mamá, a mí cosar me divierte, pero no quiero ser eso. Quiero ser locutora. ¿Entendió?
If you like this video, please don't forget give it a like, subscribe to my channel and share this video in your social media. I really appreciate your help. Also, if you speak Spanish, you are more than welcome to watch my another videos. And if you speak in English but you want me making more videos, this kind of video, well, leave me a comment. Why not? Have a good morning, have a good evening, and have a good night. And if I don't see you, good luck, my friend.